Yo, you already know it's nature water fishing. You know we gotta do it like this. So today, y'all, we back again with building the germination station and the greenhouse. So y'all remember in the last video, we added the side walls and I was talking about adding a back brace. So as y'all can see, I end up figuring it out and we added the back brace because it started moving around, you know what I'm saying, getting a little jiggly, you know. So now that we added the back brace, it's more, you know, sturdy and durable. So now that we got the back brace, we got the side walls on there, we're gonna be adding the shelf and we're gonna be adding the doors, y'all. So we already went to Lowe's. We picked up 3 pieces of wood. So this is the wood that we're gonna use for the shelf. I'm gonna probably have to cut it down some. So we're gonna have to measure the inside so we can see how long it is so we can be able to get that shelf in there. And then we got some wood for the doors. You know what I'm saying? These doors pretty heavy, so I'm hoping that the hinges will be able to hold them. So we're gonna be adding the doors and we're gonna be adding a shelf in there. After that, the next video, we're gonna be starting to add the lights, the heater and all of that, the humidifier and all of that, but skip that, that's the next video. So we about to be grabbing everything up here and taking it downstairs so we can start getting the building. So let's go ahead and grab our germination station and greenhouse and start taking it downstairs. I'll meet y'all downstairs. All right, y'all, so we made it downstairs and we got everything down here. So the first thing we actually gonna be doing is measuring the inside of the germination station in the greenhouse so we can see how long it is so we could be able to put this piece of wood in there so we could make our shelf. And then after that, we're gonna be adding the doors and stuff. But I'm thinking about adding like a back piece to the back, you know what I'm saying? Probably like a back wall, not too tall, but just enough, you know what I'm saying? So when we slide like our plants and stuff in there, it won't just push all the way to the back. I was thinking about adding like a back wall. But before we do that and before we measure anything, let's go ahead and check out the germination station and the greenhouse before we start adding everything, because I know y'all didn't get a chance to see me put on the back brace and all of that. So I want to show y'all how I did it. And yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, y'all, so this how we looking. So y'all remember the last video, we added the walls, and you know what I'm saying, it's looking nice, neat, and complete. You know, we added the walls. Let's check this side. Yes, sir. And see, closer to the end of the video, I was trying to figure out how I was gonna put this, you know what I'm saying, back here, because I ain't having a longer piece of wood. But what I ended up doing was putting 2 pieces together, you know what I'm saying, and sliding them in there together, and then I end up putting like a brace on those 2 pieces to keep them together. You can see that it's 2 pieces, you know what I'm saying. So I end up screwing some screws in here so we could keep it together, and as you can see, this is nice and sturdy. And then I screwed some screws on the side, you know what I'm saying, you can see right there on the side, so this could stay in, it won't move, you know. But yeah, y'all, that's how we got the back brace in there. And as you can see, this don't not even jiggly no more. That don't stand still now. So we're gonna start adding the shelf, and then we're gonna start adding the doors. But like I was saying, I was thinking about putting like a back wall, you know what I'm saying, right here. So when we start sliding our plants and stuff in, you know, it won't push all the way back to the wall or nothing. And we could just, you know what I'm saying, keep everything closed in. But yeah, we'll figure it out. But let's go ahead and start measuring this up so we could add our shelf, and then we can start putting on our doors. But yeah, this y'all looking nice, y'all. Y'all looking nice. All right, now we're gonna measure this so we can see how long this is and see how much we got cut off. So what I'm gonna do is put it at the edge like this. I'm gonna do something like this so we could get it leveled out. And then I'm gonna mark it like right here, cause that's where it stop at. So I'm mark it right here. And then see, it seems like we got cut off a lot. So I marked it right here. Let me show y'all. And this how much we got cut off. All of this. We got cut off all of this so we could be able to fit this piece of wood in there. And I got some like bracket so we could be able to hold it in there too. So let's go over here and get out our circular saw and get the cutting, man. So we can go ahead and get our shelf in there and start closing in with the doors. Let's get to it. All right, so now that we know how much we cutting it, go ahead, set our wood on our table. And yeah, y'all, I had to pick up, you know what I'm saying, the new saw horse legs, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was getting tired of cutting on my table. Then I end up cutting my table. I was like, oh, hell no, enough of that. We're gonna have to get us some little saw legs. And so I had to pick up 2 it was $40 a piece. God damn, they be hitting pockets. But we got them now and we don't gotta worry about it. So now that we got our measurements, you know what I'm saying? We got our markings. I probably cut it a little under that, just a little bit. So I'm gonna get my permanent marker. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do it like this. Do it like this, I'm gonna cover it like that. Then I'm gonna cut like under it, just a little bit so we can make sure we can get that wood in there. So we're gonna cut it like right here, make sure it's even. Like right here. Bam. 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 Alright, so now we got that joint marked. Alright. So now what we're gonna do, go ahead throw in our glasses. Yes, sir. You know. Go ahead. Plug in our battery. Hold on, I'm about to say what that joint at. Got that in. And then, so we can keep this joint still, I need to get some more clamps. I got these little clamps from the dollar store, but I'm gonna go ahead and clamp it down so we can keep that joint still. But hold up, before I clamp it down, I'm gonna move it up just a little bit so we can make sure we get a nice good cut. Move that joint up just a little bit. And then we're gonna put this one right here so we can make sure we get a nice good cut and that joint don't move on us. So let's go ahead and get the cut. All right, so we got everything in place. Now it's time to drive in space. All right, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, kick that over. Let's go ahead and get on this side. I'm gonna probably put the clip right here. Dang, these joints keep coming off. Yeah, I gotta give me some better clips. Let's go ahead and clip this joint right here. All right, go ahead and line it up. Oh. There we go. I chip that off a little bit, but there we go. All right, so now that we got that joint cut, go ahead and shake this off. Shake this off outside. Hold on. Let's get this shaken off real quick. All right. All right. I think we good. I think that's all we need to cut. I think we good. That's a perfect good cut too. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Look at that thing. Nice good cut. Nice good straight cut too. All right, so now that we got this cut, let's go ahead and see if we can fit it in the germination station in the greenhouse. All right, y'all, so we got everything cut, and I was trying to show y'all in the camera. Y'all ain't even get the see for real, because I couldn't even get it in the camera, but you see that? Nice, good, straight cut. You know what I'm saying? So now let's see if we could get it in there. I was about to say, oh, damn, y'all. Yup, nice fit. Nice fit, perfect fit. So now that we got, you know what I'm saying, a good fit in there, now we're gonna add the bracket. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I ain't cut it too far. Let me see. Hopefully I ain't cut it too far. So just the brackets right here. Y'all see the brackets. Let me see. Let me see something. I don't know. Might have cut it just a little far, but we're gonna figure it out. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, and I gotta see how I'm gonna do it because it's a smidget, just a smidget off. So first we're gonna attach the brackets, and then it seemed like I'm gonna probably have to put like a wood piece like under it, you know what I'm saying, to support it, cause I just like cut too much. So we're gonna probably put like a wood piece under it to support it just a little bit, and then we're gonna attach those brackets. So let's go ahead and start attaching the brackets, and let's go ahead and try to throw it in there. Let's get to it. All right, y'all. So we got the board on the table. So the first thing we're gonna do is start attaching these brackets. So how we gonna do it is we're gonna put this junk under just like this. Just like that. So that means we could do it like this and just have it on the other side. Do it just like that. And then we're gonna flip it over, and then we're gonna screw it in like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get our battery. Get our battery out of here. Get our screws and start screwing in our brackets. And try to make sure it's close to the edge. Oh shit. God dang. Go ahead and push it down. There we go. All right, we got one in. Let's go ahead and get these jumps in real quick, and I'm gonna get back to y'all. Y'all, so we all done. We got the brackets on the boards. So now we could go ahead and add our shelf. It's looking like it's gonna be good, man. So let's go ahead and see if we can fit it in there. Let's get to it. All right, y'all, so we got the brackets added. So let's try to go ahead and get the shelf in there. Probably gonna have to jiggle it in just a little bit. All right, hold on. Let me turn it so y'all can see. Okay, look like it's a perfect fit. All right, there we go. Probably gotta slide it over a little bit. But there we go. There we go. Yes, sir. So I'm gonna probably have to hold it like this, but yeah, y'all. There go our shelf, man. So let's go ahead, you know what I'm saying, screw these joints in so we can get this junk stable. I wish it could just stay stable by itself. God damn. I have to probably put it like a piece of wood or something under it. But it slid in it real good. Well, all right, y'all, so we got our shelf in that junk. Now it's time to go ahead and screw it in there. So let's get the screw. All right, y'all, so we finally got the shelf in after a long time of wiggling and jiggling, trying to get it in there, but we finally got it in and my girl ended up helping me. I had to move one of the brackets over. We'll actually two of the brackets over a little bit and try to push them in so we could, you know what I'm saying, get it in there, but we got it in there and it's looking good. Come look at it, y'all. All right, y'all, so this how we looking. Yes, sir. That junk nice and stable. The only thing is, y'all, this is sticking out a little bit. So now I'm gonna have to figure that out. cause we're gonna have to put the doors on, and if we got something sticking out, we ain't gonna be able to put the doors on. So it look like I'm gonna probably have to cut that some. I'm gonna see how far it's sticking out. It looked like it's just sticking out on that side, but I checked the back side, and the back look even. If you see the back look even, you know? So what I'm thinking, I'm probably gonna have to cut this a little bit. Probably gonna have to cut that, you know what I'm saying, down a little bit. You know, so we could be able to get the doors in there. So we probably have to get my hacksaw. Get my hacker. Hacker. I gotta hook this joint up. So we could probably cut that down some. Cause I ain't gonna be able to fit the circular saw in there. So we could be able to add outdoors. Cause it looked like we'd be able to be good on this side. It looked like we good on this side, but that side's still sticking out. So let's get our hacker and try to hack some of this off a little bit so we could get our doors on there. But other than that, y'all, we looking good, man. We looking good. Let me see if it's even. He's sitting down. Well, it don't look that even. Bae, this thing don't look even. This thing look crooked, like something gonna be sliding off. We probably gonna have to lift it up a little bit. So, probably gonna have to lift this side up. So I'm gonna move it around a little bit and see where I get it at. And if I gotta cut it, I probably still gotta cut it. But if I gotta cut it, that's what I'm gonna do. So let me try to figure this out. Move these hinges around a little bit and see, you know what I'm saying, if we could get somewhere. But other than that, it's looking good, man. It's looking good. Just gotta level it out. I get back to y'all though. Let me move this around. All right, y'all, so I did it. My girl helped me. We pushed it back a little bit, so as you can see now, we don't got that much sticking out. So that's way better than it was, because it was sticking out way farther. So now we got it pushed back and we got it leveled. We got it way leveled than it was. Nothing sliding off of that. So we got the thing leveled. Now we're gonna try to add the door. So hopefully this don't bother us for real. But I'm gonna just try to add the door on this side first, and then I'm gonna add that one. Cause it seemed like we might have a little problem. I don't know. Might gotta cut it down or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. But we looking good, man. We looking good. So let's go ahead and lay this thing down so we can start adding the doors. All right, y'all, so this how we looking. So I already put the doors on top of the germination station. I already set them on there. But what I was thinking was putting the hinges on the side like this. Well, my girl said it could probably still be able to work if we, you know what I'm saying, if we put the hinges on the side like this. At first, I was just gonna cut, you know what I'm saying, I was gonna cut each half, like a half right here, then I was gonna cut a half over here, and then I was just gonna, you know what I'm saying, have 4 doors all together, because I was just gonna have the doors in the inside, like I was gonna tuck them in the inside. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna see, you know what I'm saying, if this work, if we put the hinges on the side and see, you know what I'm saying, how they are open and stuff. I'm gonna probably have to put like a blockage, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of this, because the dude, I guess he didn't, you know what I'm saying, cut the right measurements, because I told him 31 wide and 38 tall, but I don't know what the hell he cut. But we're going to figure it out, y'all. So I'm going to try to attach the hinges on the side and see if the doors, you know what I'm saying, are still open up with no problem, and see if like they'll still be able to, you know, hang on, you know what I'm saying, tough, because these doors, they pretty heavy, y'all. So we got it laid down. Now I'm about to try to start screwing the hinges in. So let's see if this work and see if we could get it done. But let's hurry up. All right, y'all. So we got the germination station on the ground. Now let's try to attach these hinges. So I gotta find my. Oh, I was about to say I gotta find the screws for them. Yeah, I found them. So let's go ahead, line it up right. Go ahead and line it up right, nice and right. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all can see. Let me try to lift it up a little bit. Make sure y'all can see. Bend it up. All right, so let's see if we could attach these hinges on here and still be able to open up. So what I'm thinking, closer to the bottom, you know what I'm saying? So when we open it, it has some type of stability a little bit. So probably something like right there. So let's get our screws. Get them ready, get our screws ready. All right. Let's get that in there. Line it up, right? All right. Hopefully it'll still be able to turn. Oh, god damn. That seems like that's level, right? See if I can get it in there. What type of bug that was? I wasn't playing no game. Fuck that. Alright, let me see if I can get it. Dang, the screw keep on goddamn falling. Let me see something. Probably have to get some tape or something. Tape it right here so it can stay still. Let me see if I can get some tape, right? Use this tape so it can stay still. Alright. Hold on, y'all. Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. Use the tape. Keep it still. Alright, now I gotta line the jump back up. Make sure it's lined up on both sides. Now I'm gonna get the tape. Get the tape right here. There we go. See? You know what I'm saying? That's a little trick for you. You know, if you're working by yourself and you're trying to line it up right, get you some tape. Keep that thing in place. There we go. See? Tape did justice. Now you just gotta rip it off. You see that? Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Tape does justice. All right, let's get the rest of those jumps in there. All right. Let's get it in there. Oh, god damn. Too fast, eh? There we go. Hopefully this thing works. Bae, I'm hoping that you came with a miracle. Because if you set me up and I screw all these things in here, I was going to have to do some more cutting. If this, you know what I'm saying, if this don't work, I'm going to have to do some more cutting. I think it's going to work, though. I believe in you. I believe in you, okay? Let's go ahead. Screw that in there. And we're going to hit the top up. There we go. All right, so we got the bottom on. Last screw for the bottom. God dang. There we go. All right, so we got the bottom hinge on. Now it's time to add the top hinge. So we're gonna probably put the top hinge up here. You know what I'm saying? So when that thing swings open, get a nice good swing, you feel me? So we're gonna do the same little method with the tape so we can line it up, right? We're gonna go ahead and tape it right here. That's how I did it. Tape it right here in the middle. Just like that. And then tape it right here. All right. Now hold up. All right, so now let's go ahead and get the top on there. There we go. Oh, God, man. Good thing I caught that. All right, let's go ahead, move this over some. We're gonna use the tape method again. Wasn't paying attention. I was about to put a screw over top of a screw. A screw over top of a screw. Go ahead, line it up right in the middle. Like that. That should be good. All right, let's go ahead and knock this out. Wrong way. Dang. So, one. Two. 4. Got that. There we go. Oh, one more. All right. Let's see if this thing can open up, y'all. Let's see how it open up. Let's see if this thing open up, man. Yes, sir. Okay. So it did work. Okay. So that jump did open up. All right, so now that we got these hinges on, we're gonna go ahead on the other side and attach those hinges. And then we're gonna stand this thing up and see how it's looking. All right, y'all, so we got that one door added on. Now it's time to put the other hinges on. So now let's go ahead and get our piece of wood. Well, let's get our door. That's what it is for real. Get our door. Go ahead, slide that thing right up on there. Just like that. Let's try to level it out a little bit. Just like that. Bam. All right, now let me bring y'all a little closer so we can start getting these hinges on. All right, so now that I got y'all a little closer, now it's time to put these other hinges on. So go ahead, open up our hinges. And that don't actually went on real good, you know? That's crazy. So now I know I could do hinges different ways, you know? So let's go ahead and pop these joints open. Let's get our hinges on there. So we're gonna do our tape method. Get our tape. And get a little piece of tape. Tear it off. Go ahead and stick it on the hinge like that. Just like that. And we're gonna put this on at the bottom. Right here. We're gonna put this on at the bottom right here. Bet. Alright. Now we got that attached. Let's get some screws. Let me go ahead and slide it a little bit so y'all can see. Get our screws. Let's go ahead and get them hinges on there. Oh damn, moved a little bit. Load up. Make sure it's level. Make sure. Oh no, we probably gotta move because there's a screw right there. All right, that's probably good. Push it in a little bit. Make sure it's level right. All right, there we go. All right, to get our screws. Get that jump in there. There we go. Hit the bottom up. Make sure y'all can see. Get on this side a little bit. Make sure y'all can see. All right, let's get that in there. All Hold on, lad. Push it now. We got 2 of them in there. Watch out, lad. Go in the living room. Go play. So we got that right there. All right, that's 3. Dang. That's 4. All right, 1 more. We're gonna hit the top up. All right, bet. So we got the bottom hinges on. Now let's go over here. Add these top hinges. Oh, goddamn. Thank you, babe. Oh, woo. What we'll do is stick the tape right there. And then we just go on. Make sure it's a good spot. Bam. And there we go. Get our screws. Let's get it in there. Make sure it don't move because it move a lot. We probably gonna have to move this over a little bit too, cause that's over a screw. Probably get it like right there. There we go. And we don't want to be screwing in no screw. God dang. God dang. Y'all keep falling out. This screw must don't like me today. There you go, start going in. Try to get this one right here or something. There we go. Alright, so we got that one in there, y'all. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and stand this thing up and see how we looking. We get the table right here. Yes, sir. Ooh, this one kind of heavy. Yes, sir. Look at that thing. Woo! Got some weight on that thing. It got some weight on that thing. So how we looking? Yes, sir. It's on the table, so it ain't really too sturdy, but yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hold up, let me try to move it closer so we could get them doors open and closing. You know. Oh, goddamn, door's kind of heavy. But yeah, there we go. There we go. Got to open it like this. Other than that, it's on sweet. Other than that, it's on sweet. So we got the doors, we got the shelves. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. This joint kind of heavy, so I'm gonna probably have to hold it because the doors, man, it's real heavy. So when we put this joint upstairs, I'm gonna probably have to put like a brace at the back of it to connect it to the wall so this joint won't tilt over. But other than that, yeah, y'all. Look at the doors. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. So we got the doors, we got the shelves added, man. So the only thing we gotta do is add the lights We gotta add the heat mat. Probably some other stuff that I'm gonna think of and stuff. And then we still gotta add the light and stuff. And then what I'm gonna have to do is probably cut like a piece of wood and probably like attach it to one side, like probably with this side. So when I close it, you know, it closes it in with the light and we don't have no light leaks or nothing. But other than that, man, there we go, bruh. Our germination station in our greenhouse. But y'all already know, man, this nature water fish. Y'all know I gotta do it like this every single time, man. We almost done. We almost done. You know what I'm saying? I probably close in the back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't want nothing to fall. Even though nothing gonna fall, but you know, when we push our plants and stuff back and shit, I could just push it all the way to like a back wall wood piece and stuff. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, everything, we got our brace on there. You know what I'm saying? I got our shells. Yeah, man. Just add probably like a back wall piece. You know what I'm saying? Add the little light leak covers. And I think we'll be good after that. Then we're gonna be good. And of course, we're gonna have to add like a little hatch. I already got a little hatch so we could go ahead and lock it in so the doors won't be, you know what I'm saying, moving. And so people won't be, you know what I'm saying, messing with stuff and bothering stuff. So we're gonna have a little latch on there. But yeah, y'all, it's our germination station in our greenhouse, man. Thing looking sweet. But y'all already know it's nature water fish. Y'all know I gotta do it like this every single time. Y'all like videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button just to show me some love, man. We on the road to 10K. We gonna keep on pushing so we can hurry up and get there. But yeah, man, we looking good, man. I can't wait to be popping some plants in that thing and plants growing and stuff, man. I can see it already, but I'm trying to hurry up and get this done so we can start popping our plants in. It seemed like we probably gonna have to buy a lot of plants this year. We still gonna be germinating some plants, but since, you know what I'm saying, this took a little while and we ain't have it ready, you know what I'm saying, in enough time, we probably gonna, you know, have to really we probably not gonna really use it this much this year, but we're gonna try, you know what I'm saying, use it enough. But y'all already know it's nature water fish. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that like button, and man, look at that germination station. Yes, sir. But I'm out. I love y'all.